What folks, Tejbz here, and I will be commentating some Gamereactor Friday nights for you guys. And you see Rasmus trying to take advantage of the suicide teleport, which you can do if you're playing on this map. But Nick on Gamereactor was smart enough to add some penalty if you do that. So it didn't really work out too good for him. I would say to kind of stick to the rules. I mean, it is a glitch in the game. You can actually get a little bit closer to the hardpoint and start collecting points and getting closer to the enemy without they even knowing that you are there. So Rasmus is the guy that we're gonna be following in this game. It's actually a really high-paced, fast-paced gameplay, so you better lock yourself down. And Rasmus is using an AN-94 with purple camo, which is just beautiful. He's using some concussion grenades and C4. I almost said hardpoint, but C4, which is actually a really good thing to use when you're playing hardpoint, because you can toss the C4 up in the air and just pick out anybody that's standing close to the hardpoint or your C4. Unless they have flak jacket, you will probably get a kill. And Rasmus just decided not to get that hardpoint, even though he was in it for a second. He's kind of going to get try to get a lot of his point streaks here in the beginning of the game, and he picks up a guy that's just get absolutely destroyed while he's coming out of the stairs there. And Rasmus continues to kill a guy that's trying to peek into the window there, like a little window peeker. And now he knows that his teammates is actually taking care of the hardpoint, so he's gonna go and try to get a couple more kills to make sure that the enemy doesn't get too close to their objective, to the hardpoint that you're actually holding. But right now you can see it's a really good lead for Rasmus' team. He's actually at 50 points towards 9, and now he's just collecting those point streaks, trying to shoot everybody that's coming out of the spawn, the enemies here. But unfortunately it gets taken out, and you can see that there is a lot of AN-94 in this game. The AN-94 is really good in this kind of situation, especially if you have good aim, and with the iron sight being really easy to use. If you can control it, if you can control the recoil, you actually probably have the best gun in the game, in my opinion. It's also really fun to use, since the 2 bullets that come out of the, if you're bursting it, it's actually going faster than the rest of the shots that you will make. And Rasmus is just controlling the enemies right here. He's picking them up before they even can come close to the hardpoint. And he's using UAV and hunter killer drone and counter UAV, so when he actually gets all of his kill streaks, he is in a good way to just block the enemies and also knowing where they are. If you have your unfortunate play here, he was actually trying to toss a C4, but he didn't run over a scavenger pack, so he didn't have another C4 to throw away, so he got taken down. But he's moving up, he shoots a guy that's just coming towards me. I actually got the assist there. He's gonna move back to the hard point to get some points for his team. And now you can see a little bit, I'm hoping that it's on my computer, but it might be some theater lag sometimes when you're watching back a video, as we're doing right now. It can look a little bit shady. I'm hoping that the next Call of Duty's theater mode, or the Xbox recording thing, it's gonna be even more amazing than it is now. And you can see Rasmus got shot in the back there. A little bit unfortunate turn of events for him. While he didn't know where the enemies were coming, he was still not he was not able to shoot them before they can actually shoot him. Kind of a simple logic there. He's turning around, but gets shot with a guy using a shotgun, and there is nothing you can do when a guy is coming towards you with a shotgun. All you can really hope for is that he misses his first shot, so you have a moment or two to take him down. And Rasmus sees that there's a tactical insertion, but he gets a little bit unfortunate turn of events there. He's trying to pick up the enemy's tactical insertion before he can spawn back. And usually attack insertion in that open space is just a free kill, but if you get unlucky and doesn't manage to shoot him before he gets back into the game, you will get taken out. And Rasmus gets shot by a guy inside the building there. They're kind of having a little standoff. And I think it's interesting to see that Rasmus is using toughness on his class. I would definitely see that as a kind of a perk that is not used as much as it's I don't think it's one of the best perks, but it's definitely a perk that's underused because it makes your if you're getting shot at, you can actually shoot back without getting too blocked, especially if you're using like a semi-automatic or an assault rifle where you're trying to shoot people at long range. Knowing that you're not gonna flinch as much when you're getting shot at can actually be a really good thing. And Rasmus here is picking up guys left and right, coming towards the hardpoint, still having the hardpoint locked down, and picks up a nasty feed there, getting a hunter killer drone and counter UAV, but there a grenade came out of nowhere. And if you are not rocking a flak jacket, which Rasmus isn't, one little grenade will actually take you down. And flak jacket is probably my favorite perk in Black Ops 2. It really makes you kind of invulnerable to a lot of things, and as well, if you're using the attack mask, you will be impervious to anything that the enemy are throwing at you besides the bullets, because bullets are kind of hard to have a perk against. And this is definitely an AN-94 thick game. A lot of the enemies and on Rasmus' team is using the AN-94. And it's good. If you don't want to use a red dot sight or a sight on this gun, you can actually just not have it. You can keep on rocking, maybe rock a different setup, and he's actually having it customized, and it's I would like to know what kind of attachments he's using on it, because I'm gonna go and use this friggin' AN-94 because it just looks absolutely amazing in all these gameplays I'm seeing. And now Rasmus is moving into the hardpoint, but he has just too many enemies against him at once and doesn't manage to survive longer than just getting into the hardpoint and blocking the enemies from scoring a little bit of points. And now the enemy team is actually just gaining points here, and Rasmus' team has been overtaken. They only have 134 points towards 150, and with only 3 minutes left on the clock, they definitely need to get a bunch of hardpoint time here. And Rasmus is just pacing back and forth. He's waiting for a new hardpoint to spawn back in, and an excellent play, but he probably stayed in the hardpoint to get some more points if they want to win this game. And now he just went back and forth, tried to get more hardpoint or point streaks here. Calls in a UAV, tosses a hunter killer drone. Gonna see where the enemies are coming from, but if you are oblivious, guys will come from the behind, and one guy just did shooting him with an AN-94. I'm telling you, there's a lot of people using the AN-94. I would say that if you don't want to use a close quarters gun, I think an assault rifle or possibly a shotgun, if you know how to manage to use that one in a hardpoint game, you can actually do really good with it. So now his team is just taking off the points, and it's 159 to 159 at the moment. But Rasmus' team is picking up more points here. He's trying to see where the enemy is, and I'm not sure what he's doing. He's just shooting back and forth, maybe waiting for the next hardpoint to spawn back in here. But he's also trying to lure the enemies to come towards him, and now they're just gaining points. They're actually in the lead with a good couple of points here. But now he moved out of the hardpoint, but gets shot just as he's trying to take out the guy who's lurking outside of the hardpoint. And now he's just shooting one guy right there. He's tossing a little concussion nade to see where the enemies are at. You can just tell from the if you get a hit marker with one of your grenades, you know that there's enemies around. And now he's trying to shoot down. Oh, he should not have focused on the Guardian there. He should have focused on the enemies that's just right around the corner sitting there. But they have a little bit of a lead. They're still taking off the points, but the enemies have 181, so it's a really close game with only 1 minute ticking down on the clock. And now Rasmus is pacing back and forth in the hardpoint, the common hardpoint, and it's only a few seconds before it will change to this point where he is standing, trying to make sure that the enemy doesn't get to it, but he gets shot before he could protect the hardpoint at any longer moments. I'm stuttering today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Rasmus just tossed away a hunter killer drone with only 30 seconds to go. The enemy are taking away. They're probably getting a little bit of too much of a gap here. But Rasmus is gonna try to take out the enemies, but he doesn't manage to do it. And it looks like Rasmus' team is gonna have to suffer a fatal loss here. But Rasmus is still doing really well. He's just trying to fight through it, but the enemies are just too good. They're not gonna be able to make a stand here. And even though with only 30 points to go, they didn't manage to win it. But excellent game. Stay tuned for more, and like Gamereactor on Facebook. And why don't you compete in the next one? Because you can win awesome things and stuff like that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next game.